Lost Ark has completely blown away my expectations. I did not think it would blow up like this. I didn't think it would blow up Steam the way it did. The Steam servers broke. Like, this game broke Steam. And the Steam charts, this game, like, I thought it would compete with Final Fantasy. And I knew it would blow a New World. I never for a second thought it would compete with freaking Destiny 2. I know it's cool to bash on Destiny 2 and all that other stuff, but Destiny 2's no slouch in the player base. That's a juggernaut of a game. And the fact that Lost Ark just blew it out of the water is amazing. I'm gonna take a few minutes in this video, and well, the rest of the video is just gonna be talking about my experience with it. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm loving the living hell out of this game. I have 20 hours in it. I did the 3-day head start. And today, and whenever I had free time, which was all my free time, it went into this game. And I know it's easy to compare this game to like Diablo and MMO. It's like a Diablo MMO. But as I was thinking about things to compare it to, movies came to my mind. Like Return of the King came to my mind. Pirates of the Caribbean came into my mind. Princess Bride also came into my mind, which is kind of weird. I don't mind saying, but the moments in Lost Ark is what I wanted Endwalker to be. Lost Ark is just pure adrenaline. Like Endwalker, I wanted Endwalker to be the finale. Like I wanted Endwalker to be Return of the King meets Final Fantasy. And it was just a lot of talk. But Lost Ark is Return of the King meets Diablo. I'm at a point where comparing this game to Diablo is almost not fair. Because Lost Ark is its own game. And while you do see the inspiration that it wears on its sleeve, it has evolved past its inspiration and become its own identity. I suppose we'll follow my basic Final Fantasy player tries X format that I do a lot. And we'll start with the character customization, and honestly, it goes far and beyond what it needs to for an ARPG. It could go just full Diablo or Path of Exile, where you just pick certain characters that already have the abilities, basically preset characters, right? But no, there's like a bunch of hairstyles you could pick from. There's a bunch of eye colors, and noses, and all that other things. I will say, characters are gender locked, and that's a small annoyance. It's not a big deal to me because, I usually play as eye candy waifu. But if you told me that gender lock annoys you, then I'd be on your side because I understand where you're coming from. It's more than it needs to be. This is a very powerful character creation. And it's one of the best in an MMO I played. I sincerely mean that too. The hair customizations, how you can mix two colors. It's just top notch, guys. Just top notch. We'll also dive into the story just a little bit because this is where I hit my biggest gripe about this game. And remember, this is not a review of Lost Ark. This is just my impressions, my feelings so far, as I'm 20 hours in. But I have a problem with the dub because the dub is pretty bad, in my opinion. There's a priest who tags along with you most of the beginning of the game. Okay, spoilers. But he talks in like a low, shy, unconfident voice. I don't know if it's like a westernization problem or a translation problem, but almost like he's reading the script from a teleprompter. Well, he'll say something, he'll be like, let's go to the Ark. Just like William Shatner. And he'll say it in like this low voice, this shy, timid voice. It's bearable until you meet the king. This king also talks in like a low, timid voice. So you have a warrior king and a half demon priest talking to each other like kindergartners meeting each other for the first time on the first day of school. And it's kind of awkward because you have one guy who's supposed to be like a king, a warrior. You have this other guy who's a demon priest. And they're like, hi, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. And it's just weird. The story itself, though, I'm kind of digging it. It lives by a very simple yet proven formula of keep it simple, stupid. It doesn't dive into... It doesn't throw 14 characters at you at once. It doesn't blame, like, the deep philosophies of the meaning of life or anything. Basically, it's a demon invasion. And the only way to stop this demon invasion is to find the relics called the Lost Ark. So it's basically a MacGuffin quest. Which honestly, I don't mind. It's kind of refreshing to have a story that I could keep up with. Just to keep it simple philosophy. I like it. Second gripe I have. This is just my second gripe. Well, last gripe, I think. Is. And it's not even. It's a nitpick, honestly, but. Your character plays second fiddle to the characters on screen. Where, I just think about that Armin guy. Every time there's a big fight that's about to go down, he comes in and he shields you behind the boss. And then he fights the boss. And it's kind of annoying because, like, this is my spotlight. Why do you keep jumping in and stealing it? But, it's whatever. It's kind of annoyance, but at the end of the day, this game is just pure fun. It's adrenaline. It's like I said earlier, Return of the King or Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's just, you're playing an epic fantasy movie cinematic experience. It, like, triggers some kind of dopamine in my brain. And I'm absolutely addicted to Lost Ark. And I know it's free to play, and I highly recommend this. I cannot recommend Lost Ark enough to you. The game is free to play, so go ahead, give it a download. Just don't download it on a work night. Probably start it on like a Friday when you don't have to wake up early the next day. But absolutely give this game a try. It's, even if you're not into MMOs and just want a Diablo clone, this is your game. Like, legitly. Just download it. Give it a try. It's worth your time. That's all I had to say Remember, this was not a review. This was just my thoughts of it. The first 20 hours. I'll probably end up calling it Final Fantasy Player Tries Lost Ark to get those easy clicks. And remember to like and comment because that helps with the algorithm. And subscribe too. Why not? I'll start being that guy. Until then, Lost Ark. Lost Artifact out.